Welcome back to the episode of Go Together podcast. I hope so that you all are doing well. Today I have a very interesting guest. Hello, Gabi.
Hi, Mudassir. Great to meet you.
Thank you so much, Gabi, for taking our time for this podcast. And I'm really glad to know when I read your profile, okay, you live in almost four countries, and the most interesting part is your athletic life. So I want to discuss each and every aspect one by one. But again, I want to know the names of those four countries.
Sure. So Lithuania, Netherlands, Italy, and Prague now. So
And
these
where you
are my
enjoyed
four.
most.
Well, to be honest, Prague, where I am now, of course, every country had different
True.
challenges and opportunities, but Prague for sure.
But again, when you're visiting all these countries, how you decided to visit your last station, or you still have a plan to find another spot?
We will see where I will end up. For now, Prague is home, and my business is operating here. Of course, it's international, but the main operations are from here. And I moved to Prague just in January, so it's still quite fresh. And we'll see where I will go next, or if
Great.
it will be home for a long time. So.
Great, Gabby. Maybe personally, I really like swimming, and I seriously want to learn as well. And when I read the profile, you are an athlete, a swimmer. So from where is the journey started? From your school or college life, and your personal interest, and who is your trainer? And I want to know more about it.
Sure. So I started swimming when I was 6. I
Great.
actually got just thrown in the pool, and yeah, I was training. I actually had another sports in mind, which was tennis, but because of the health, it's better to swim because in tennis it works from just one hand. And then my coach spotted me, and it was fin swimming that she was training, and it's swimming with fins. It's not an Olympic sport, but it's we have World Cups, World Championships where I was part. And yeah, I was swimming for 14 years. Of course, it had ups and downs, but I'm super glad I did it because it really shaped my character and who I am today. And without that basis of swimming, I don't think I would have achieved so much or still achieving. I'm not saying I'm, at the end, but definitely I have high goals, and swimming taught me a lot and I guess any sport can teach you
Yes.
quite a lot. So.
This is now my next question. Okay, how your swimming journey and you're living in different countries and observing different cultures. How all these things help in your professional journey?
How it transfer to professional
Yeah.
life? Right. So in many, many ways. First, seeing different countries and living in different countries, working with different people, it really opens up your mindset. So for instance, Dutch people are very direct in business, and they don't fluff around, they just say how it is. In Lithuania, when I was working at EY, it was a little bit more fluffing around. And Prague, I really like the culture here. I really like how people work, but definitely living in different countries opens up your perspectives, and it puts you out of the comfort zone quite a lot. And yeah, it taught me a great bunch. Of course, I'm not saying everything was super positive. I was working in the Netherlands and living in the Netherlands during Corona time, and that was quite lonely, to be honest. So, but going through all of these challenges, it makes you just stronger. And I would describe myself as a person who likes to take risks and who loves to take risks. I think it comes from swimming as well, because you set some goal for yourself and then you're like, I want to achieve it, or I want to do it. So that's how it also transfers to business. And my goal now is to be Forbes 30 under 30. And in the end, become an investor, to sell my business and become an investor. I'm still on that journey. I'm doing everything in my power to achieve that. But all of these different experiences shaped me of how I am today, and I'm still evolving. I'm now in different country, and I, go to networking events and most of them are in Czech and I don't understand anything. So I have to
Yeah,
really like get out and be like, okay, hi, I speak English,
it happens. Yes, when living in a country where the primary language is not a language English, so you face a problem. And again, there are a number of people who are or same facing the same problem. But again, you have to find as a new person to buy this all these networking needs. So again, Gabby, the interesting part is that from your manager to become a founder, this transition, how was it?
I call myself a corporate dropout. I think my personality is built around entrepreneurship. I always felt like I was a bad employee. Like I felt like I was not giving all that I could because I'm very open about it. Like I hate authority. I like my freedom and I like, working the hours that I think I'm the most productive. Or the transition was difficult because I didn't have support from my family and because they were in corporate and they just thought that this is the right path and I should follow it.
Mm.
So, and all of my friends also, they were not entrepreneurs. Now I'm making
Ah,
friends who are
yeah.
entrepreneurs. So the entire surrounding was just like being an employee
Mm.
and working for someone else. So, it took me quite a while to read some books, listen to some podcasts, get my mindset right. That if you feel that this is what you want to do intrinsically, then
Yeah.
you should just go, and do it. And I had times where, I had 200 euros in my bank account. So, then I had to go to work for a little bit for someone else and then I quit again. But yeah, the transition was smooth, but not so much. Again, a little bit of both. It took quite a lot of mental power to do so, but I am right now super happy. Although, there are some problems that I'm facing,
Yeah.
of course, every day. That's normal. But yeah, like the people that now are around me, they inspire me and this keeps me going. So
Great, great. It's almost 8 months now from January till August. Any memorable day in this journey?
any memorable parts or
Yeah,
yeah,
being the part
yeah,
of being a founder, and
yeah,
January when you started, and it's almost 8 months now. So it's ups and downs you have been faced. But the memorable day which you remembered.
yeah. So when I just started, I quit my corporate job and I was like, I need a mentor. I need someone who would already be where I want to be. So I
Mhm.
started reaching out on people on LinkedIn to find a mentor. I literally texted 200 people who are
Amazing.
Forbes 30 under 30. And I just wrote like, hey, I'm Gabi. Like, I would love to get you be my mentor.
LinkedIn is a
And
great tool,
some,
but I really like it.
me too. I love it.
Apart from the
That's
other Facebook, Instagram, I found it more useful.
exactly, definitely in professional sense for sure. Like
Mm.
it's one of my main working tools now.
Yeah.
So I found a mentor, and he suggested me to do something like that because my strength lies in sales and outreach. And he was like, "Why wouldn't you do sales agency?" Or I was helping for my mentor at the time to find investors. So he was like, or help startups finding investors. And that's how it started. And then I did what I do best, which was texting people on LinkedIn. And I got some clients now. I have 5 clients. I'm currently making 15K MRR. It was not that easy that it sounds. Definitely, I had some clients which I had to say, this is not going to work because there is no
Yeah.
common ground that we see. They want to do their way and I want to do
Mm.
that way. So we had to break up with some clients. With some clients, we're achieving great results and super pumped about it. Um, the difficult part is being by yourself because I'm a solo founder. So sometimes it's difficult to, make decisions
Yeah.
or what would be best for the business, or just working alone. But I'm a type of person who's like, okay, there's a problem, we need to solve it.
Yeah.
So now actually I'm calling from WeWork, which is a co-working space, and
Okay.
I decided to join it here because it's similar people and similar freelancers, founders, and XYZ. So yeah,
Ecosystem play a very
so
important role in that. When you sit with the like-minded people, you have a chance to get better ideas and the solutions of different problems, and you have a great ecosystem.
yes, for sure. And people are very helpful. Like if you ask
Mm,
for
mm,
help,
mm. So true.
people love to help, and I also love to help. So don't know, just being
Yes,
genuine,
the
what I also
tagline of this
found.
podcast also is that support each other to grow together. Because I do believe that you cannot go individually or alone. You have to make a team and you have to support each other. So the whole society will.
For sure, for sure. Community is everything. And,
Mm,
I go to my mentors, I go to sometimes my clients, like, hey, give me feedback, like, how's it going? What's not going? Strategizing. And yeah, what I found also very helpful is going to networking events.
mm.
Like I try to find them as much as possible, and just it's also like not the most fun thing to do because you meet with like strangers and you have to like do the small talk. It's
Yeah,
like dating more or less, like, hi, my name is this and I did that. But after you go out from
yeah.
that comfort zone and you're like, hey, I have business in this area, and he or
Mm.
she has a business in other area, and you just brainstorm together, and that's super helpful. Yeah. So what I found that's super helpful about being a founder is having idols, like people who maybe are, famous, or famous entrepreneurs,
Mm.
or putting a lot of
Yeah,
content out there. And I try to listen to them as much as possible, even on the Instagram or TikTok sometimes,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
rewinding, like
Yes.
it's inspirational.
Mm.
So yeah, things like
Again,
that.
being a founder, the one skills, I guess, apart from the risk, you need one more, which is the sales skills. You have to sell your business as well. And how much is it important to develop this skill set, and how will you go with it?
The skill set part, yeah.
Yeah.
um I think the most important thing is to find your strength, like what you're good at, and find your weaknesses, what you're bad at, and embrace it, like really embrace it. Like my strength is sales and marketing, and I had to sit down with myself and like really analyze and think that this is. But for instance, my setbacks, or the areas I'm not so strong as, is this accounting, data,
Mm, mm,
in
mm.
analytics part.
Yeah.
So I have people, or my friends who are actually helping with it, like like, okay, let's count your MRR, and then we sit and and
No, you're
count
making a
together.
profit or a loss.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
So this skill set is super important, like strengths, weaknesses.
Mm.
Another one is discipline. Like
Yeah.
you cannot have this. I don't believe in the word motivation. Like you can get motivation for sure for
Mm.
a short period of time, but
Yes.
discipline is going to
Consistency.
bring you, yeah, consistency is where it's gonna bring you. So I try to be as disciplined as possible, and it helps sports. It helps if someone is, I don't know, a pianist, or some discipline. It definitely helps. Like I also keep myself accountable about the gym. Like if I skip gym, then it's bad, because I really truly believe that if you cannot take care of your body, you cannot
Mm.
take care of
So
your
true.
business. Yeah. So this skill sets. And of course, if you find the area that you are good at, then be the best at it. Like really learn everything that's out there, learn like about it. Like I'm in outreach and sales and tech space. So I did my due diligence, and I really watched YouTube videos of like automation, AI, what's new, what's there, and literally just Googling like top trends, so embracing it and really dive deeper, not just above. So
again, Gabi, amazing discussion. You're doing it. And amazing work is also. You're doing amazing job as well. But one more interesting part is that being a female business owner, what challenges you are facing?
ooh, that's a good one. Um, to be honest, I don't face challenges as a female founder. I don't want to believe that there is a difference or there is gender inequality. Yes, there is still a pay gap and things like that. But I try to, and I work a lot with men. Like, in tech space, they say that, the bathroom lines and shopping lines, it's in shopping places, it's always the biggest for girls, but in tech conferences, it's the other way around.
Yes.
So like so much saturated with men. But I just try to be direct, concise, and also embrace my femininity, because I am a woman. So I try to dress the part and be tough. Like I don't really face like big challenges in being a woman yet.
One more thing in that, maybe you have been observed it as well. There are a number of people today criticize the education system because they have not learned anything from their school or college life, and whatever they are doing it in today's life, they have learned from their experiences or some other way. You done your minor entrepreneurship on studies from the University of Institute. So, how much your education helps you in this today's world?
None.
Seriously.
Yeah, no. All of maybe one class was very, very beneficial because it was about LinkedIn. It was about personal branding. But to be honest, none. Like all of my knowledge I got from experience. And first year of college, I went to work and never quit.
What's the reason behind
today.
it? It's still, this is a very. I thought it was the problem in Pakistan, but I get to know that it's a general problem. That people are not liking their schools or college. So, what's your observation about it? Okay, why? What's the problem in our education system? Okay, whatever we are doing it today, we are not ready to give the credit to the education system.
I think the world has moved so much, and in terms of the theoretical part. And look, if you're trying to be a doctor or a lawyer,
Genius,
school is important. Yes. And I respect that. And yeah, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't be able to be one. It's not my character. I'm talking about business education. So business education is the problem, I think, is that the professors in colleges or universities, they have never had a business themselves. So what can they actually teach about, how to run a business if you've never had one? I think the best way to learn about a business is to immerse yourself in it. Exactly. So definitely that. Yes, of course, college has helped me in a way to understand, okay, what macroeconomics is, what micro, all of these. Yeah, but probably I could have read it in a book. Definitely, I mean, I encourage to go to college for people because it gives you discipline, and not everyone is built the same. So I don't want to shit on universities. Definitely not. But talking from my experience, the best is to go work, try it out, fail, try again, and that's how you can actually build a business. So
it requires a very different kind of skill. You need to learn, you need experience, you need to visit different areas, you need to observe very different. And being a common man, you think that is not a problem. But once you will visit different areas, you identify the gaps, and then you are able to build a business. Thank you so much, Gabi, for your time. And last, I just want advice that you want to give to the new.
be bold, be creative. Don't try to follow everyone. Really immerse
Yeah.
yourself and think like, what do you truly want? What makes you happy getting out of bed every morning? And just follow your passion and do whatever you can in your power to achieve your goals and write them down. That's very important.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Number of times you have been think and then you will forget. So it's very important to write it down and keep that page in front of you or post it on the
Yeah.
mirror. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Gabby, again for your time. I really enjoyed this conversation. I recorded this podcast of almost after 2 weeks. During the conversations, I will earn get a time and really enjoyed it. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
I hope so that everyone enjoyed this conversation. The purpose of this conversation is to realize that how can you start your journey and not just start the journey, whatever the wherever you are working, you have to learn from it, and someday or other day it will help you in your future life. I hope you like this episode. Thank you so much. Have a nice day and take care.